What is up, everyone? DonChaos here on Carnival Spirits with the return of the Daily Spirits. I will be giving my thoughts on the first topic. New topic that we've done in so long. This was started, of course, by Beastmaster, and basically there's 3 topics. You can answer any of these questions, but I'm going to answer all 3 of them. The first question is Violent J selling himself short? Like this, we're talking about the recent interview with AllMusic. It depends, because I think he doesn't give himself enough credit in his music. Some artists do, sometimes he does. It goes both ways. Like, people are very complicated. Like, that could be said with any artist. Sometimes people sell themselves short, or they don't remember what caused them to come up with the concept for a song, or they just came up with it at the top of their head. Like, a lot of people have different mentalities when it comes to writing music. Like, sometimes it's something that's influenced by something that's going on, or their mindset, or what they're feeling at that time. That's one thing I like to look for. One of the many things I look for when I'm looking for artists to listen to, like, what's their mindset when they're writing an album. That's why I like watching artists or group interviews. Better yet, because I like when people ask the question, what was the mindset? What was the what was the reason for you writing that song? And it's always cool to hear the artists say what their mindset, or what made them come up with the concept for a song like that, or what the influence was. So do I think Violent J selling himself short? I think he doesn't remember writing so much, because some of those songs he wrote so many years ago, and maybe he did just come up with them at the top of his head. We don't know. But do I think he's selling himself short? I don't really have an answer to. I don't know. You can look at it both ways. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Who knows? It's all a matter of opinion. Number 2 is making the wicked shit depressing. I think it all depends, any type of music. Because you can put any emotion in music, and that's one of the many reasons why I enjoy music in general, is if the artist or group is putting emotion into their music, whether it be depressing, happy, anything. But do I think making wicked shit can be depressing? In a sense, maybe, because it's called the wicked shit, but maybe it can also be uplifting and sending a positive message. But it all depends. It can be that with any type of music. I mean, any genre of music has depressing type songs to it. It doesn't matter if it's rock, hip hop, country, any type of music you can think of has depressing type songs to it. But do I think it's depressing? Maybe some people put themselves in a mindset that are doing that type of music, and then it can be depressing. But it could be like that with any music. And number 3, do I agree that ICP's music is pop? Well, I've discussed this in a discussion with my talks with Beastmaster before. The way I see it, ICP's music, you can't really define what type of music they do. ICP's always had many different layers or dimensions to their music. And and if you also want to see it at another way, look at all of ICP's albums and the music that has come out around those time periods of when their albums came out. Because, people have always tried to categorize them for many years about what type of music they are. They've sometimes been categorized as death metal. Some people have categorized them as rap metal. Some people have categorize them as horrorcore. You know, people have tried to categorize ICP for many years. Some music you can categorize, but ICP, I think, is one of those groups that you can't really categorize. Because they will make a song that sounds like a metal song, or maybe a rap metal song, or a straight hip-hop song. Like I said, there's more than one dimension and many layers to ICP's music. And you look at the music that has come out during the time period of albums that they've come out. So do I think maybe it's wicked pop music? I mean, ICP's always referenced pop culture in their music. You know, they've name dropped celebrities or made fun of famous celebrities, you know. So maybe they're like being like the reflection of pop music and trying to view it as a joke. I don't know. It all depends who you ask. But do I think they're pop music? Like, it all depends who you ask, because I've known people who have viewed ICP as a metal group, you know. Like I said, people have tried to categorize ICP, try to put them in a form of music. But they can do this type soft song, they can do a metal or rock type song, and they could do even a straight rap song or just a flat out goofy song. There's so many layers and dimensions to ICP that you can't really categorize their music. It all depends who you ask, because there's many different opinions. I've known people who thought apparently they were a metal group, and apparently, like Jay said, they are a rap group most. For one thing, yes, that is true, they are a rap group, but are they like those typical rap groups? No. The way I see it, yeah, ICP can make serious music, but at the same time, they're humor rap. Some of their music is not meant to be taken seriously. A percentage of it is entertainment, but there are times where it will be serious, or it will touch on a certain subject, or they will touch on something that makes society looks at itself. There's so many layers and dimensions to ICP. It's really hard to categorize them. And like I've been saying, you gotta look at the time frame and the music that was coming out around the time that they made these albums, and all the groups and stuff that were around that time. So do I think they're pop music, or wicked, or death pop music? It all depends who you ask, because I think you can't really categorize them. I think they've always tried to poke fun and put a mirror of what's popular in the music and put their own little twist on it and try to make it look like, huh. I mean, they were influenced by some popular music. The way I see it is pop is just another way of saying popular music. So you gotta look at the popular music that was around that time when their albums came out, and you can probably maybe see a reflection and go, oh, because every ICP album is very different than the last. You can't really compare a new ICP album to an old album. And that's one thing that really does kind of irk me and grinds my gears, when people try to compare an artist's current stuff to their old stuff. I mean, it goes both ways. Sometimes you can do that, but sometimes you just shouldn't, because that means you just live in the past too much. So in a way, that does irk me a little bit when people try to compare an artist's new stuff to their older stuff. And yeah, you will get stuff that sounds like that. It goes both ways. You know, the way I see it, it goes both ways. But yeah, I'm DonChaos, and that is my thoughts on our first Daily Spirits that we've done for a long time. Be sure to like and subscribe to Carnival Spirits. Check us out on other social media. Be sure to check out carnivalspirits.com. Be sure to subscribe to everyone at Carnival Spirits, and shout out to everyone on Carnival Spirits. So yeah, this was my first video that I've made in a while. Sorry if I haven't, guys. There's just been I've just been dealing with a lot of real personal shit. So thank you for being patient, and thank you for those who have been trying to cheer me up, you know, just seeing if I'm okay and stuff. So yeah, I am DonChaos. Y'all know the deal. Peace and all that good old happy stuff. Alright, everyone. DonChaos signing out. Later, everyone.